Welcome, Pisces. How are you? I hope everything's working out okay for you in these strange times, and that you're finding the upside and how to make the most of the time that you've got available while we see how things unfold in the world. I've got your reading, and also at the end of the reading we're going to open up your solar plexus chakra today. I thought that'd be quite nice. So you know the moon card represents you. It hasn't actually come out in this reading. You're ruled by Jupiter and Neptune. You're the 12th house of the zodiac, which talks about what's hidden. And you're a mutable sign. That means that you're open to change, and sometimes you can be like a chameleon. You're not the only sign that's the mutable sign. There's about 3 in each house, and it means that you're able to be helping others to prepare for change when things arise that requires flexibility. You can kind of give them the I don't know, it helps, you're helping them to be able to go with the flow and see the change coming before maybe they do. So Pisces, you are very intuitive. And very strong moral principles as well. Apparently if a Pisces is questioned about those morals or principles, the fish can turn into a shark. So others should be warned. My daughter's actually a Pisces, and she is quite a fairly private person, but she's got rising Sagittarius and she's a fire year, so it does make her more feisty, but quite a reserved often Pisces sign, but lovely dreamers, and sort of transforming what's felt into reality sometimes as well. So interesting, very interesting. And the wise man of the zodiac too, or the wise person. So this is upside down. So in the center of the reading you've got the Empress, who's always gorgeous, and the King of Pentacles upside down, who doesn't make him so gorgeous. Okay, so the Empress is all of the other queens put together, so all of the elements of the queen, so it makes it a really beautiful card actually, the Empress. So this is the energy in the middle of the reading, so this is about beauty, fertility, abundance, being able to create new ideas, caring about other people as well. Venus is represented in this card, so Venus in Libra, sometimes Taurus as well. So caring about material needs, and just a very loving and caring energy, so beautiful within and on the outside as well. So a lovely energy to be around. So with the King of Pentacles upside down, that isn't such a great energy. So I don't know if that's around you, or if that's part of the situation that you're trying to deal with, but upside down, that can be someone who's a slight sort of a bully energy, someone who's can be quite negative really, so possibly sort of jealousy there in a relationship. So I mean, if you are the Empress and this is the person around you, then it looks like they might be jealous of you, or possessive, and just a generally unhelpful energy. So let's see how you go through the reading. I'll keep that card up the right way around now for you, Pisces. So above you you've got the Justice card, and then below you've got the shadow side, which is like the Devil card. So with the Justice card, it's talking about the balancing of forces known as cause and effect, and the scales of justice must come into balance. You can see she's got the scales there, and then a sword of truth in her other hand as well. So when they do come into balance, we reap the harvest of what we've sown. So specifically we're held to account for the motives that inspire our actions. So karma, really, it's like karma, the karma card, and they talk about earthly justice is administered by man, and his laws may be quite different to those given out by higher powers. So we can enjoy the good fortune, and if it's vice versa, we learn to start afresh and at the sort of the end of one thing and the start of another. So with this thing, sometimes we can if we give out kind of lovely things in the universe, we get rewarded for those things. But then if we give out something that's less lovely, then we might see the karmic results of that. I mean, below you've got this card, the Devil, or the shadow side, and this one's talking about unhealthy attachments to people or possessions. So maybe using money to control others, or feeling trapped in a relationship or a job to keep up impressions of success. So I mean, there's sometimes it can talk about lust or overwhelming physical desire, or a short-term fling, that sort of thing. But the feeling I get in this reading, it's talking about someone abusing their power, or feeling like emotionally blackmailed perhaps. So I just feel like maybe with this King of Pentacles being upside down, maybe it's this person around you that's I mean, if it is you giving out a kind of a possessive or jealous energy, you know, you have to look at the long-term effects of your behaviour if that is you, Pisces. I mean, I really don't see it being you, but if there's someone around you taking advantage of your good nature, then, you know, the karma will come around and they'll kind of reap the rewards or otherwise, you know, for their behaviour. Okay, so I'll put that one back up there. Let's see how things work out for you. Yeah, so I mean, that's the energy below you, which is kind of a limiting and you know, it's a difficult, challenging energy, isn't it? And then you've got the King of Wands behind you. You've kind of been through the experience of it's the Knight of Wands, and then heading towards the King of Cups energy, which is really lovely. And the Knight of Wands can be kind of impatient, but a very creative energy, sort of wanting to expand and grow ideas. So yeah, I mean, it's quite an upbeat and spirited energy with the Knight of Wands. So that's maybe how you've been feeling, even despite all of the restrictions or the challenges that you've got there. And sometimes it can be someone who's quite impatient, so I don't know if that's wrapped up with this other energy around. So I mean, you know, to add to the concoction of kind of a difficult energy. But what's lovely is you're going into this energy, which is the King of Cups, and this is completely different energy here, Pisces. So this is someone who's a water sign like yourself, so someone who's very caring, very warm and nurturing, a calm energy, which is the opposite to what we've seen. I mean, it's interesting the way the cards are laid out, that it seems to be that there's an Empress in between two kings here. You've got one that's upside down who's not behaving that well, and then one that you're between on the other side, which is a gorgeous energy of the King of Cups. So it could be a water sign, or it could be like a Pisces, Cancer, or sometimes Scorpio. But yeah, this is someone who would be a natural counsellor, someone who's wiser and more mature with their emotions, and just a sort of safe harbour for you to go to talk to, which is really nice for you, especially if you've been through a more tricky experience with someone who's less than you know, upbeat and helpful around you. Okay, so then you've got this lovely new energy, which is, I think you're probably ready for after all of that difficult, heavy sort of energy. This is upside down. I haven't done it by mistake. So with the Fool energy, that's you going forward, and that's saying you might be feeling a lot lighter, and it's sort of saying that you're willing to take a leap of faith in a situation. I mean, could it be towards this King of Cups? And it's saying that you've got a clean slate. And what I love about the Fool energy is that there's no agenda. You know, it's a completely sort of innocent energy with the Fool card, and they've got this like loyalty of this the universe behind you, with the dog represented there. And so yeah, with your environment around you, you've got the Two of Swords. So there's somewhere where you can't quite see how that's going to work or fit in around you, and there's sort of still waters behind, which I was reminded of, that still waters run deep. So you might be very much up in your head and sort of feeling unable to decide on a path forward to make your, you know, to take a leap of faith maybe. But let's see. Okay, what else you've got here? But you're willing to go for it, Pisces, which is really lovely. Then you're sort of heading towards this gorgeous energy. This is in your hopes and fears. So you're hoping to be either around a person who's like the Emperor, or you're wanting to be this yourself, Pisces. And the Emperor is it's really lovely actually, because you've got the Empress and the Emperor in one reading. So they do say with that, when you get those two together in a reading, they're kind of soulmates, so a divine union of two really people that are so supposed to be together. So I think they talk about 2020 as being soulmates, divine unions coming together. So yeah, with those two in the same spread, I mean, it is quite beautiful. You've got this the Emperor, I mean, he's got a lot of experience behind him as well. He's been out to battle. You can see he's got his coat of armour on there, but very caring. I mean, look at how he's looking across at those children there. So cares about other people, and just got wisdom, you know, probably got good advice to give as well. So really positive. And then the overviewing or the overriding energy is that Three of Swords, which I can see obviously with the difficulties you've got that you've been going through, and it's around you still with the Three of Swords. That's showing that there is some kind of difficult reality you're going through at the moment. So you know, you might be feeling conflicted about which way to go if someone is behaving, you know, in a difficult way that kind of lowers the energy around you, and you feel constricted or limited by them. I mean, this is the feeling that you're getting, and that's why you've got this Three of Swords here. It's showing up again. Let's look at the bottom of the deck and see what you've got here. Also, there's the Karma card, and the Karma card is, it's like judgment or rebirth in a reading. So I mean, it's it's quite kind of relevant, isn't it, for if someone isn't behaving in a way. I mean, it's very similar to the Justice card as well. It feels like that message is here again. You can see that's okay there. So this is saying about rebirth, transformation, making a life decision, or an awakening. So it could be like a change, a promotion, or retirement. Could it be, at the end of a cycle in a relationship, perhaps a long-term relationship, moving towards a new one? Maybe a difficult choice where destruction of old habits or outworn concepts come before we are symbolically reborn. So you might be ready for that, I think, here, Pisces. I mean, this reading isn't for everyone. There's going to be people here that are in a happy relationship, and this doesn't apply. So, I mean, it is a general reading. So, obviously take from it what's applicable for you. So it's saying you'll see the world in full colour again, really. I mean, it looks like you've been in the darkness quite a lot with that shadow side card there. So this is showing much more of an upbeat and promising future, isn't it, Pisces? And it's saying you could feel restored mentally, physically, or emotionally, and you're full of like the vital energy to enjoy life again. So I mean, that's absolutely gorgeous. Right, so let's have a look at your romance angel cards. Let's see here. So that was there. We've got romance during virtue cards, and then we've got the wisdom of the oracle of the trees here as well. So I do love this deck. It's just so refreshing and simplistic almost, but it's talking about communication as well with this card. So with the elm tree, and it says, I've lived beside humans for thousands of years, and I am your friend. My wood is pliable and my leaves feed livestock. I can teach you to connect wholeheartedly with those in your life, so your relationships become stronger and more satisfying. It says, be clear when talking to other people so that they are able to understand exactly what you mean. Dropping hints or expecting others to read between the lines of what you're saying will only lead to confusion and resentment. So, if there is this maybe another connection you've got, that you're heading towards this King of Cups or this Emperor energy, be clear about what you want to say to them. Just make it easier for yourself. I mean, sometimes when you're in an atmosphere where it's a negative energy, it can be quite easy to shut down and go within, feel quite withdrawn. But try to be conscious of that so that you don't do that, Pisces, yeah? Make sure you still are communicating with other people that are around, that are outside of that negative energy. So let's look at the Doreen Virtue Romance Angels cards. And you've got Express Your Love, which is a gorgeous, and you can see that image there. They're so romantic and old-fashioned. It says, go ahead and make the romantic gesture, and then trust. So it's talking about trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. So I think that if you're moving away from a negative situation, you might need to have a lot of trust, which might have been, brought into question in the previous experience that you've had. It might be making you feel as if you're going to have to learn how to trust again, perhaps, and then you'll be able to express your love with maybe this new connection that you've got here, Pisces. So let's have a look at your chakra now. So if you could sit comfortably somewhere and open up your shoulders, and so your lungs can expand, and straighten up your spine. Okay, and we're going to look at the solar plexus chakra, which is the colour yellow connected to that chakra, and it's in your upper abdomen or in your stomach area, and it's to help us to have confidence and feel self-worth, and help us with our self-esteem, our drive, and our personal power. So by connecting to source energy, divine energy, with the wishing bowl, that's helping us to open that chakra. Okay, so take a deep breath in through your nose, and exhale through your mouth, and one more time up through your nose, and exhale again through your mouth. Okay, Pisces, let's open up your solar plexus chakra. Yeah, well, that struck a chord with me there, Pisces. I don't know, how did you feel? Did it kind of give you that re-energizing feeling, and you could feel it going through your chakras into your right through your body? I can certainly feel it when I do it. It's really it's powerful, actually. So I hope that was yeah, I hope you could feel that too. I hope it was helpful. Okay, Pisces, so that's the end of the reading now. If you enjoy the reading, if you could click on subscribe, it is free, and comment. I'm really welcoming comments, and likes are always encouraging for me too. I am available to do private readings, so you can contact me on the information box below. We can do it in two different formats. I can do it in the same way we've got laid out here, as a pre-recorded message, or I can do it as a live reading, and we can talk through it as we go. So obviously it'll be a lot more interactive, but just let me know. Yeah, I'm up for that. Okay, that's lovely. I've got a bit of availability at the moment, so yeah, just let me know if you'd like that. But I love doing this for you, so sending you so much love and light. Keep your vibrations raised. It's so helpful in sort of defending and keeping your body strong against any viruses, or COVID-19, or any other environmental stresses that our bodies might be under, even in relationships even. So keep your vibration raised as a sort of shield against keeping your positive energy within that shield, Pisces. Okay, sending you loads of love and light. See you very soon. Thank you for joining me. Bye bye.